Speech Day Bangka 2020. We are happy that we can do this event in this lovely year. And this year, we have a few participants only, but I am happy to be the host. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's call the first participant, Miss Grace. Please, the stage is yours.
Political problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you heard of equality, what is the first thing that came to your mind? For me personally, it's the same rights towards other human beings regardless of race, social status, color, religion, and other beliefs and even sexuality. We have come quite far since the early days of colonization and wars when it was at its peak, in which one's future was determined by status. In the early 1500s until 1945, Indonesia was still being colonized by various countries from around the globe. And throughout those years, we were one of the darkest days in our history. A select few of Indonesia's children with blue bloods in their veins still got the chance to learn and go to school, but common men, women, and children were forced to be enslaved, working to the bone until death comes to reach them. With no wage, food, water, or medicine. For all their hard work, they were seeing their future being dripping down the drain, and their suffering was unfathomable. Yes, their fate was still the same. They were still colonized, but the ones of nobility had better opportunities than them of the common folk. During those times, men and women, maybe adults or children, were forced from doing all kinds of stuff, from forced labor to make shields for the army. But for me personally, one of the moments that will always be truly the point of darkness and of no return was women of Indonesia from ages that ranged from 12 or even younger were being raped and made into doing adultery. And now, after all that bloodshed, we have changed for the better. But still, it continues even today. For example, rape, discrimination, and difference of salaries. And now, I may say that we're even more vicious with how we do things now because of the development of technology. In social media, I see people posting about bullying and discrimination against each other, dragging each other down when they were supposed to help at a time of need. Why? Is it because of the color of our skin, our beliefs, how we love people? Or is it because of the way our bodies are made? Isn't it insane? For those who have suffered this injustice, they need to shout to be heard in this world. We have enough of our brothers and sisters losing a piece of themselves day by day, fighting for their rights. And why? Just because we do things differently and see it from different point of view? But God didn't create us to be different, so we can decide who's more superior than the other. Because we are equal with no exception. We can do the same things that others can do, and maybe even better. Because we, each and every one of us, has a gift that was made with care and to bloom with each stroke of hard work and passion that we do. We still have a long way to go from the idea of no more wars amongst ourselves. But with each passing day, weeks, years, and decades go by, I know that we are one step closer from achieving that goal. Thank you for your attention. This is the end of my speech, and if I have offended you in any way, I apologize.
Thank you, Ms. Grace, for a wonderful speech. Now let us call the second participant, Mr. Stephens.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently facing changes in our life. Whether we like it or not, time will always move forward and move freely. It will always move and develop. This means that we must not be held back and just live in the moment. We cannot possibly hope to stop time. We cannot escape the changes that happen in our daily life. We have always been experiencing these changes. Some changes could happen slowly, while others could happen unexpectedly fast. We have experienced many changes throughout our life. We will always keep experiencing. We also have experienced these changes in the past, even way before we were ever existed. In the past, the universe doesn't always doesn't always have the same condition as it is today. At first, there was nothing, and then suddenly a big explosion happened, which started our universe. Time, space, and elements started to form, and then the elements started to collide with each other and form planets and other celestial beings. In those, in those planets, some are habitable, and are some are inhabitable, while others are not. In those inhabitable planets, life started to grow, and from those life, they start to evolve into more advanced creatures. Like our planet, the planet Earth, first there was a single cell organism. Then it started to develop into more animals, and then it finally evolved into human being. Our ancestor started out of primitive human being. Then it started to evolve into a much smarter and much sophisticated human being. Even our way of life, even our technology has evolved. We used to use stones and to use wood, and we used to live in group of people. But now we live in big cities with much advanced technology. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. Changes must happen. Changes happen to make us grow and to make us evolve into a better version of ourselves. Let me ask you this. If changes didn't happen, would we live in the same condition as we are today? Would we be living in the same condition or the same environment? Would we ever existed if the dinosaurs in the past wasn't extinct? So, in the end, the choice is on your hand. What you need to do or how you want to face the changes are entirely up to you. You can face them with open heart and open mind, or you could run away from it. The way you dealt with this will determine how you will grow and how you will change. That's all for my presentation, for my speech today. I would like to say sorry for any misspoken words and other words that may have offended you. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you for the amazing speech, Mr. Stephens. Now, please welcome the third participant, Miss Hilda.
First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Hilda. I'm the third speaker for this World Speech Day. I would like to deliver my speech about smartphone transformations for the society. Well, ladies and gentlemen, transformation is the process of changing completely the characters or appearances of something or someone in order to improve it. It can change the shapes, characteristics, functions, and more. Transformation happens in a lot of aspects like education, technology, society, fashion style, and many more. In this opportunity, I would like to talk about technology transformations. There are many kinds of technologies, right? However, I would like to focus on smartphones. Ladies and gentlemen, all of us know that smartphones these days are available in various sizes, colors, and types. The features are more sophisticated than smartphones on previous days. The functions also have been upgraded. Back then, we only call it a cell phone because it's only used to take pictures and videos, send short message, and call others. We can't install any kinds of social media or other apps that aren't installed in the phone or watch movies. Smartphone transformations give easiness for a lot of people. First, we can communicate easier to others who are far away from us, either through chatting or even video call. Second, students can search information or knowledge easily to help them doing their school tasks, so they don't have to spend a lot of time to search the information by reading each book's pages. Third, jobless can start their own business by opening an online store or other online business. Fourth, we can spend our spare time by watching movies, play games, or check the social media. Fifth, we can know the news, information, or events happening in other countries without going to the countries directly. A lot of people think the smartphone transformations also give bad influences for young generations especially. These some young generations are lazier because they always spend their whole day to operate their smartphones. They also think that young generations become more individualist, lock themselves from the society, and have bad manners to older people. However, at the end of the day, it's all up to the users. If they can control themselves and manage their time well, they will not take advantages from the smartphones to do bad things or become lazy and have no motivation to gain success. For example, they may do chatting or video calling with their friends, but when they meet up, they shouldn't be too focused on their own smartphones. Instead, they have to spend their time well by having good talks directly. This example shows that they have succeeded in controlling the technology, not the technology controls them. Thank you.
Now give applause to our speaker. Now let's continue to the fourth participant, Miss Sarah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you see a plastic bottle lying on the street, what will you do? Do you A. Pick it up and throw it in the trash can, or B. Just leave it laying on the ground? Well, most of us just leave it laying on the ground. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we must stop this habit. Your environment, both at home and at work, plays a critically fundamental role in your daily life. A dirty environment can cause infection. And not only infection, but it also pulls apart your emotional control and your mental health. On the other hand, a clean environment facilitates sound health and helps build about a robust well-being. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there are some benefits of a clean environment, like infection-free life, increased self-confidence, and higher productivity. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, do you know that a clean environment can attract travelers? Yeah, for example, City Village in Surabaya. At first, the village was very city, but due to a self-awareness, the residents cleaned the village. Then they painted the wall with colorful paint, and now the village became a tourist destination. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, a dirty environment might cause mental illness like anxiety or depression. 2. The occurrence of pollution such as soil pollution, water pollution, and many more. And the last one is dangerous disease like dengue fever or scarlet fever, and many more. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, the effects of the environment on health are seen most vividly in deaths of children. In India, of every 1,000 babies born alive, more than 80 will die before the age of 5. In much of sub-Saharan Africa, it is much worse. Sierra Leone wins the grim bouquet of 316 deaths by age 5 for every 1,000 children born alive. Ladies and gentlemen, we should raise a sense of caring for the environment, because it all started with you. You can do a simple action, like 1. Throwing the trash in the trash bin based on its categories. There are 3 common categories for trash, for example, like plastics, bottle or can, and paper. Before you throw them, please make sure that you're throwing it in the right trash bin before some of the trash are going to be recycled. 2. Recycle them. Based from Ministry of Environment and Forestry, the total amount of trash in Indonesia in 2019 has reached 68 tons. 60% of it is organic and 15% of it is plastic. By recycling, you can reduce the amount of trash. We can create something new, like a pencil holder, and maybe we can make money from it. And the last one is you to use recyclable stuff. Reusable stuff. You can reduce the amount of trash by using reducible stuff, like reusable water bottle, reusable shopping bag, and reusable utensil like metal straw and many more. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next time, if you see a plastic bottle laying on the ground, take a minute, or maybe a second, to pick it up and throw it in the trash can. Although this action is very easy to do, it will have a big influence on our daily life. I'm Sarah from St. Joseph Senior High School, and thank you for listening to my speech.
Thank you. That's a very amazing speech, Miss Sarah. Thank you. Now, participant, Miss Calista.
Thank you, speaker, for what speech day. And this is my speech about transformation. When I hear about the word transformation, my idea of transformation is changes. Changing refers to growing as a human and gaining life experience. Changes always happens, especially in our lives. Realize it or not, we are always learning and we are going through changes every day. But no matter what changes we experience, the purpose is so that we can become a better version of ourselves. Let's take the example of a larva that turns from a worm into a beautiful butterfly. We are the larva that goes through changes every day to become a better version of us. Through hardships and problems we went through in our life, we take notes and we remind ourselves every day about our mistakes in the past and use failures in our life as a motivation for us to be better. Maybe changes can be hard sometimes, but deep down you should believe and you should know that changes is possible, and it's all for the sake of making our life better. Believe it or not, changes are necessary for our life. You can always stick to one idea and one principle. Imagine if you refuse to change, refusing to be a better version of yourself. Most people refuse to change because they didn't want to get out of their comfort zone. They didn't want to get out of their own space and try something new because they are scared. Fearing to do something that's associated with themselves and to the uncertainty. But it's okay to feel scared sometimes. It's okay to feel lost as long as you accept it and keep on moving forward. You need to believe that life is change and change means life. You need to accept the situation and keep on moving forward because that is what life offers. Okay, that's all my speech about transformation. I apologize if the words I use may offend you. Thank you for listening to my speech.
Thank you for the speech, Ms. Calista. And now we're going to welcome our next participant, Mr. Kevin.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Kevin, and I'm the sixth speaker in this World Speed Day event. Going on to my speech, I would like to talk about the transformation that I have experienced in my life about my understanding on climate change. As we know, climate change occurs due to modern mankind's action. One of them is we polluting the earth with single-use plastic stuff. Let's take an example of my country, Indonesia. Here, single-use plastic is a very big issue. Generally speaking, Indonesia is the second biggest polluter in the world by producing around 7 million tons of single-use plastic yearly. Single-use plastic stuffs like single-use plastic bottles, plastic bags, and other stuffs are doing great damage to our environment and the animals inside them. These plastics will only end up in.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after my students talk about their opinion in transformation, now let's my turn to speak about transformation with my opinion itself. For me, a transformation that means we have to do something in the new way, in the new method, so we can do and make the best result for that. Transformation itself, in my opinion, we have to do something with new way because we learned before and we get and we think it's not good result, so we have to make it better. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will give you a simple example because I'm a teacher, so I have to give you my real example in my daily activity. Yes, because I'm a teacher. I have to find something new. I have to find new method, new ways to share my knowledge, to give my student feel easier, fun in the classroom, and they have to like with my lesson. So I think transformation we have to do it every day. If we have time to sit and think again what we are going to do for the next result, for the next day, yeah, we have to prepare something with the good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is the end of What's This Day Bangka 2020. We can meet again with the bigger event than right now. I hope we can give you the best in this moment. Thank you and see you next year.